What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another Batman related video, and this was requested by Red Ace, and he asked me how I would do Tim Burton's Batman 3 if he made it. Well, I guess you could kind of say that it kind of was made because of Batman Forever, but a lot of people don't like Batman Forever and Batman and Robin. Even though Batman and Robin I don't like, but I do kind of like Batman Forever. I know everyone wants to pull pitchforks at me at this point. But I kind of did like Batman Forever, and the thing is, with Batman Forever, it was kind of the same idea. Tim Burton was gonna do, Riddler and Two-Face. Those were gonna be the enemies, and Robin was gonna be put in it. But apparently, didn't go the way it was supposed to, so it never really happened. If I was to do it that way, if I was to have, if I was to do it kind of the Tim Burton way, what I would do is, I would probably do it the same way, except Robin would still be a kid. Like, I would make Robin like the kid, like the little kid, and I would have the movie focus on, Batman trying to be a father figure to Grayson, and at the same time take down Two-Face and Riddler. That's what I would do if I was doing that movie. Or one of my ideas would be for the Batman 3 Tim Burton style. Plus, I would also have some more riddles and stuff like that, because I feel like there was not enough riddles in Batman Forever. So I would try to have some more elaborate detective type of things in the movie too, along with the occasional beat 'em ups and stuff like that. But I just wanted to get that one out of the way, because that was Tim Burton's idea gone wrong type of situation. I wanted to give you my idea of how I would do Batman 3. And this like I said, this is a really good question, because it's what do you do? What do you do? You went from the first Batman movie where Joker died, and then you go to the second movie where Penguin died, and Catwoman disappeared. So what do? This is what I would do. Besides the first idea, which I got through, I would do the Court of Owls storyline. And I know a lot of people are saying, well, Tim, the Court of Owls storyline was not made until after the Tim Burton series of movies, which I think was 2006, 2007, it was around that time. I think it was after the Flashpoint storylines they did. I would do the Court of Owls if I was doing it. I think Tim Burton would have a blast with this. He'd get all creative and crazy with the the owls and the birds and stuff like that. And I think this would be a really good story to do. And here's the thing. You don't see a lot of that. I mean, a lot of people say that, oh, that's one of the best storylines of Batman ever. The Court of Owls and the Night of Owls. I've never seen it on TV before. I've never seen it in a movie version. So I think it would be kind of cool to see the Court of Owls storyline as Tim Burton's Batman 3. Because I think he would have more creative ability with the Court of Owls characters. I think he would do a really good job with that. It's a shame that we would never get something like that, though, because I already know, I can imagine he'd have a blast I can just imagine the owl masks and stuff he'd make. It would just be insane. But how would I make the movie? Well, the movie would obviously start off where crime is actually low. Crime would be low at the beginning of the movie, and Bruce is still struggling with Catwoman disappearing. Selina's gone, but then there's a series of gruesome murders, right? There's these almost a serial killer type of murders going on. And then I would also want to include almost a long Halloween feel to the movie. like, so, him going around doing some detective work, things like that. That's what I would want in this movie, like that type of feeling. Um, and then we would get to the part where, we would get more into comic book land, where we start talking about Bruce's great great grandfather and like how he was researching the Court of Owls, and then he'd start putting the pieces together, and then he'd finally run into these guys. They'd fight, obviously, and yeah, I think that would be a great story for especially Tim Burton style Batman 3. I think he would have a blast just making this. Honestly, like, the difference with this one and the last video I did is, like, there was multiple movies for me to talk about where, just talking about specifically Tim Burton's Batman 3, how would I do it? That the answer's simple. I would do it Court of Owls. I would do the Court of Owls storyline because, first of all, it's never been done. It's never been on the live action movie. It's never been on like a TV show and I think they only got close to that with. I don't know. Did they ever do it with any series of Batman? Go to the Court of Owls. Maybe they've like referenced it or talked about it, but I mean actually do it. Like, I'm pretty sure like at the end of the Court of Owls, like Batman is just brutally beaten at the end of that comic. And also, and the other trick is with the Court of Owls storyline is, yes, I am aware that Dick Grayson is, Nightwing is an important part of that story. I know that, the Bat family is around during the Court of Owls storyline. I would have to take that part completely out because if we're going to do the Court of Owls as just Batman, we got to have, we got to just make it focused on Batman's and how he's going to get out of it and stuff like that. So, yeah, I would do it that way. Maybe even if it did go to like a Batman 4, like maybe if I was like, hey, I might want to do number 4, I would do like maybe who knows? What I could do is, if I was making the movie, if I was making the Batman 3 movie, maybe what I would do is maybe like have Robin come up in the same movie with the Court of Owls. Maybe I would kind of combine it where I'd be like, okay, so he, instead of, Two-Face like being the reason why his family dies, maybe what I would do instead is I just have him, okay, they died, so, Bruce has got to take him in, and then during the storyline or something, during Batman 3, maybe like when Dick sees him come home, like all like bloody and bruised, and he starts asking him questions like, "Why are you all screwed up?" And then maybe at the end of that movie, then I'd be like, "Okay, that's when he finds out about the Batcave and everything," and maybe like we can put the 4th movie or something like a few years after where he's like a little, like a teenage Robin. And then it involves the Night of Owls storyline. I don't know, like I said, I'm just brainstorming here. I'm just saying I think the Court of Owls would be a great idea. I keep hearing people say about that. Oh, the Court of Owls is a great comic book. Oh, it's so awesome. Well, then why hasn't anybody did it yet? So it's been on my mind. It's like, why haven't they done it yet? Maybe I would love to see it. I mean, they recently have been making a bunch of DC movies based off comic books. So yeah, just do it, guys. Come on, DC. Just do it, man. But yeah, that's what I would do for it. And I'd get all creative. I'd make like the owls so creepy. Can't you imagine like a creepy owl like with its like eyes, and it's like oh man. And then maybe at the end or something I can like do something with like a bat or something to like scare the guys. One of my favorite scenes, and I know people don't like this movie, but Batman Forever, like I said, it's a guilty pleasure, unfortunately for me. But one of my favorite parts in that scene is where instead of seeing Batman, Riddler sees like, the flying bat coming at him. And that was one of my favorite parts actually, because he's like all scared, and I just like it when they do stuff like that. I thought about doing Clayface as a villain for this movie, for Batman 3, but Clayface would require a lot of, I don't know, CGI or a lot of design and makeup. That one would just take too much time and effort to make. I mean, like I said, he's got a great roster of villains. I was gonna say Bane, but I've recently been talking about Bane too much, and I feel like in a Tim Burton's world of Batman, I feel like Bane wouldn't work. I feel like that, Bane is, and I remember Batman and Robin. I think if you were to ask me like what my favorite type of like Bane is, like I would say the Batman and Robin Bane from the movie, like because he was Bane. He was a big dude, and that's what he is. He's just a big venom using dude. Like I don't really now I don't know if Bane is supposed to be like he is in, like, for example, Batman Arkham Origins or the Batman TV shows where, he's smart and he doesn't use the venom so much. But I don't know. I don't really know. I don't know. Like I said, this one was hard to do because it's like, how do you do it? Like, what do you do with it? Like, what can you do with it? So, honestly, like I said, I would do Court of Owls, but if I couldn't do Court of Owls, I would do, I would do what the original idea was, with Batman 3, which became Batman Forever because of problems making the movie and stuff like that. But yeah, that's how I would do the movie. I'd make it Court of Owls style. I think Tim Burton would have a blast making this. He get all crazy and creative with this, because they're pretty creepy guys. What are they called? Like the Italians. They got like the little army Italians. I think of the Night of Owls, and they like invade Wayne Manor, I believe. Like it's crazy. Like it would just. I think it'd be a really good story. I think it would be something. Like, Batman Begins kind of reminds me of the Italians, actually, now that I think about it, because Batman Begins, had his army come in and just torch the place. So I don't know. Like I said, that's what I do. Let me know what you do. If you have any ideas, maybe to add on to what Red Ace was, his idea of, or my idea. Like, what do you guys think? Do you guys think that the Court of Owls for Tim Burton's Batman 3 would work if he was given the opportunity? Do you think that we do need a Court of Owls type of movie or something like that? But I don't know. Like I said, that's what I would do. But let me know what you guys think in the comments. And until then, guys, I'm out of here. Up and away. See you guys.